Stop trying to fit into a family that views you as a backup plan or a footnote in their success story. For 15 years, I was the relative everyone forgot to invite, until they needed someone to man the grill or park the cars. At this year's grand reunion, the air was thick with the scent of expensive perfume and the suffocating weight of judgment. My cousins were busy comparing their six-figure bonuses and showing off photos of their Mediterranean cruises, while I sat at the end of the long mahogany table, ignored like a ghost in a room full of mirrors. Aunt Diane even had the nerve to ask if I'd finally found a real job yet, her voice dripping with that fake pity that cuts deeper than a direct insult. They saw my old truck and my quiet demeanor and assumed I was the one who had fallen behind in the race of life. But while they were performing for each other and bragging about things they hadn't even earned, I was holding a secret that was about to turn their carefully curated world upside down. You see, my grandfather wasn't just a businessman. He was a silent observer who hated the greed he saw growing in his own bloodline. He saw who visited him when the cameras were off and who stayed away when he was no longer useful. Before he passed, he didn't leave the estate to the loudest talker or the most prestigious lawyer in the bunch. When the family attorney finally stepped onto the terrace and pulled out the deed, the laughter died instantly. He didn't read a list of names or divide the land into pieces. He read one name. My name. The silence that followed was the loudest thing I've ever heard. Watching their faces shift from smug superiority to pale, stuttering disbelief was the ultimate payoff. I wasn't just the outsider anymore. I was the owner of the very house they were standing in. I didn't need to yell to be heard. I just needed to wait for the truth to speak for me. Never let people's limited perception of you define your actual worth. If you're currently the underdog, just remember that the best revenge is living well and staying silent until it's time to win. Drop a ready in the comments if you're currently building your own empire in silence, and hit that follow button for more stories on how to level up.